there, I'm Latar Dragu, and I wanted to create this video today because I see a lot of people making the same mistake and struggling to get their message out there, to have effective marketing campaigns, and they're just stuck on a hamster wheel. And the message I want to get across to you is you need to get in front of a bigger audience. I have been working with this coach who is doing all the right things, but she is not getting a very big turnout when she's trying to launch a new program or holding events and trying to get people into the room. And the problem is she's not building her list and she's not growing her audience. So there are a lot of different things that you can focus on. And these things are relatively simple and easy to do. But people aren't, I guess, focusing on the wrong, or they're focusing on the wrong thing. And maybe it's just because they don't know any better. Because we all have a blind spot. You don't know what you don't know. So that's why I wanted to create this video. You should be, how can I say this without without offending anybody? So you really do need to focus on, if you're going to be doing organic social media marketing, you need to be focusing on building your followers. So one thing you can do is, first of all, you can switch your profile from a personal profile to a professional profile, and it's relatively simple, and I created a video on it just the other day. So there's certain things that you can do to build a following relatively quickly, and people just aren't doing it. So that's why I wanted to give my experience and opinion as far as how to go about doing this. And this could be one of those sticky subjects where some people might disagree with me in my approach, but I've seen the full gamut between broke with no followers and extremely powerful influencers. And I've also seen the gamut between being too shy to promote yourself or make an offer or even have it be known that you're in business, or not letting people know what you do, to people that are overly pushy, that come across as very salesy and spammy. And there is this balance that I have found. And again, this might be a controversial thing for me to say, but you're going to hear it from me first. Make friends and build the relationship afterward. And I've heard from a lot of people, especially the social media experts, that say you need to build each relationship gingerly and organically, and you don't want to be pushy. But think about this. You're trying to build your audience to thousands of people. You cannot sit there and build these relationships one at a time and then go, well, we've interacted 20 times. I've seen you at 10 different events. Maybe now you can be my friend. Just friend them. Just friend them. Why are you so cringy about that? It's if you send somebody a friend request and they turn you down, what's it gonna hurt? Especially if you don't just, you know, DM them saying, buy my stuff, even though have never interacted with them. You're not doing that. You're just sending them a friend request. And here's a little bit of insight. Every once in a while, I will have some random stranger who's not connected with any of my other connections post a comment on one of my posts saying, I ran across your profile and you look beautiful and I'd really like to friend you. Can you send me a friend request? Or, it doesn't seem polite for me to send a friend request. So could you friend me? I mean, honestly, I look at something like that and maybe they're trying to be polite. I see it as stalkerish. I run the other way. Not only do I not friend them, I might even block them. So, what is the message you're getting across? I mean, I know there's levels of trust. Some people out there are very put their guards up, right? But sending friend requests to the right people is the first step because then they're going to see your posts and engage with you, and then they're going to start liking your stuff and then build that relationship from there. And if you send a friend request to them, they might even start the conversation with you. So you're turning the tables, and now psychologically, you're not being pushy with them. You're just wanting to expand your network. People love having friends. It's kind of like a social status. I remember when I had 300 friends, I was in a very bad place. I was in a foul mood. I was being passive aggressive because, I was jealous of people who had a bigger friend list than me. So maybe there are people out there who don't want to have friends, but if you send them a friend request and they say no, they're screening themselves out. But then you don't have to waste your time on somebody who's not a good fit. I want to connect with people who are open to uh, having a friendship, talking to new people, expanding their network, who are optimistic and open. So if somebody's too guarded to accept your friend request, then maybe it's a good thing because you don't have to waste your time building that rapport over months and slowly working something into a sales call. So there's that. That's one aspect I wanted to share with you. And just to give you a little bit of background, um, when people send me friend requests, if we have a lot of people in common that are already common friends, I might just accept the friend request without trying to find out more about them. But if I do want to find out more about them, that friend request is causing me to want to look at their profile to find out more about them. So by sending friend requests, you're getting people to start conversations with you. You're screening out the negative people with their guards up, and you're getting them to look at your profile to find out more about you. So here's the funny part. The people that are afraid to do things like this because they're too pushy, or it's not polite to send a friend request to somebody who you don't really know that well, those are the same people that struggle in their business for a couple of years and then end up going, well, you know what? I'm just going to hire an agency to do this for me so I can get them to, I'll pay them to bring in leads for me because I can't do it myself. And guess what those people that you hired are doing? Their tactics are probably even pushier than what I'm telling you to do. But it's behind the scenes. You don't have to be involved in it. So, I'm getting the leads from somewhere, so I don't care. Or those same people throw up their hands and go, well, you know what? I'm just going to start doing paid advertising because nothing else I'm doing is working. I keep posting, I keep doing events, but nobody's showing up to them, and I can't get any sales calls. Well, guess what? If you have a friend list of 300 people, you can be doing everything right. But because there is not a big enough audience that will actively be receiving those posts and interacting with them, then you're spinning your wheels. In fact, you can have a very high conversion rate and not know it just because your audience is very small. Or you have a beautiful nurture sequence, you send out newsletters to your email list, you're constantly providing resources and value and content that's perfect for your email list. And yet, because your email list is so small, you're not seeing a lot of results. So here's another thing I want you to think about. It's not spammy or salesy to put a link to your lead magnet on somewhere on your Facebook profile. In fact, it is very polite and thoughtful to put something like that on there so that if somebody is trying to connect with you, they have somewhere to go. All too often, I see entrepreneurs who are afraid of looking salesy, so they don't utilize their cover image, which is prime real estate, by the way. If you don't have anything on your cover image on like Facebook, on your Facebook profile, you're missing out. Or if you have something there that's like a picture of your dogs or picture of whatever, think of that as the top of your website. If you paid $20,000 to have an awesome website built, what would you put at the top of it? Think about it like that. Facebook is generous enough to give you a free website with free traffic. And yet nobody is utilizing this. Or I should say very few people are utilizing this, but you have to think about it like that. Your Facebook profile is your website. The friends and followers that you have, they're your traffic. So doesn't it make more sense to increase that traffic? So you want to make sure you have something there that's relevant to your business so that people can go to your profile and know what you do. That's another mistake I see, is that you're so afraid of coming across as like the sleazy salesperson because for whatever notion, and you don't put something there. So somebody might come to your profile after meeting you at like a networking event or something and want to get to know more about you, but there's nothing there. There's no information. There's no call to action. You have posts about, random things. And so the person that's looking at your profile is going, well, what does this person do? What if somebody wanted to take the next step with you as soon as they land on your profile? Think about that. What would you want them to do? Underneath your cover and your headshot, you have a little 140 character intro, which you can put a link. You can put a link there, or you can put your title. You could say like, life coach or IT consultant or something that says what you do and who you are and who you serve. Or you can put a lead magnet there. You can put a little link there. You can have a link that goes to your website, or you can have a link that goes to your free download, or to an upcoming event that you're either holding or participating in. And let people start on that journey with you. You're opening the doors and saying, come on and walk with me on this path. Let's go together. Let's see what we can build. Let's see what we can create together. So that's another tip for you. And as far as building your email list, that's where that lead magnet comes in. So if you have a small email list, put that lead magnet on that little intro bar. Or have a nice, beautiful cover image that says, click here if you want my free download. And not just say, want my free download, but whatever it is you're offering, right? I'll send you my top 10 tips for online marketing or whatever, right? So that gives them a call to action. They know what you do. They know what you offer. And what's in it for them? Think about what's in it for them. Why are they clicking? So make sure your cover image has all of those elements. And even though that image is not clickable, when somebody clicks on your cover image, this little bar on the right-hand side of the page pops up, and you can add whatever you want to there. A big, long description detailing every part of it, or you can just put a little link there. So that once they click on your cover image, there is something there that they see that they can click. And once you have them on your email list, that's when you start that conversation with them. That's where that nurture sequence comes in really handy. So again, you're making friends first and then building the relationship afterwards. Just to give you a little bit of context, some people either message strangers or friend somebody with the call to action. That's a little bit of an aggressive tactic. Some people use it, and some people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars doing that. Meanwhile, you're sitting here broke and struggling, saying, oh, I don't want to be pushy, or, oh, I don't want my friends to see that I'm, I work for Avon or whatever. Get over it. You're so paranoid about their opinions. You're paranoid about the opinions of broke people. There you go. Oh, I said it. Be offended if you want to. But the opinions of broke people are going to continue to keep you broke. Because what does a bucket of crabs do? If one of the crabs tries to escape out of the bucket, the other crabs grab onto him to make sure he doesn't leave. So I hope this has been an eye-opener for you in the way that you look at social media, the way you look at interacting with people. And to be honest with you, those social media gurus out there that say you have to build your friendships one at a time. Sure. Okay. Well, that's great if you're retired and you're not worried about where your next dollar is coming from. If it takes 6 months to friend 5 people, I honestly feel like there's a better chance of me connecting with my ideal clients if I build a big following and they can just sit back passively, watch what I'm doing, And if they like what I'm doing and they like who I am and the message that I'm getting across and the values that I portray, then they're probably going to reach out to me. So I've done cold calling. It sucks. It sucks so bad. I would rather pull out my own nails than do cold calling. And that's why I've gotten so robust in my marketing strategies, because I wanted to avoid that. So please heed my advice. Stop struggling. Stop being broke. Go out there, expand yourself into the world, expand your brand. Don't be afraid to tell people what you do. Don't be afraid to show people what you do on your social media profile. And they can all sit back and watch you become successful. And if you still have people coming back to you after you're successful and complaining, then maybe you should take them off your friend list. All right. Well, for what it's worth, I hope that you get something out of this. So thank you so much for listening and have a great day.